Hello everyone. This is a presentation on how to fix certain issues facing Saladinos. I'm speaking on behalf of Virtual Team 26, which consists of Sammy Halongo, Timothy Moore, Zwei Moa, Eric Myers, and Kristen Nitz. The issues we chose to examine for the case study are safety and associate advisory teams. As the company already has a strong foundation in utilizing employee teams, our recommendations are intended to enhance the ability of these teams. Let's begin with a recap of the issues facing Saladinos in these two areas. First off, regarding safety, Saladinos has recently incurred costly accidents and injuries to their associates. Top management is committed to making safety a top priority, but some managers and employees take shortcuts and do not take safety seriously. Therefore, top management is trying to improve safety climate and keep injuries at a minimum. For associate advisory teams, management would like to figure out a way to motivate the AATs and maximize the creativity and effectiveness of these groups, as well as focusing on brainstorming solutions and communicating novel insights into the business. Let's start with safety. Many successful companies are using a process known as grassroots safety teams. The idea was first developed by Dr. Stephen Simon and is currently being used at companies such as General Electric, General Motors, and Pacific Gas and Electric Company. Grassroots safety teams are employee-led teams charged with helping a company generate solutions that prevent injuries and result in a safer workplace. Effective grassroots safety teams also instill a culture of accountability. These teams demonstrate that passionate, engaged employees can work together to create effective safety solutions. Management supports employees speaking up to address safety concerns, creating an environment where everyone looks out for each other. A grassroots safety team fits nicely with the existing associate advisory teams. Both teams would benefit from training on how to be an effective team and how to use efficient problem-solving techniques. We recommend considering initial kickoff workshops with a skilled facilitator to mark a new beginning for these teams at Saladinos. Topics could include assessing the current safety culture, what shifts need to be made to best achieve goals, and how to ensure long-term sustainability for the program. Training could also be provided on how to use effective brainstorming techniques such as the fishbone or cause and effect diagram and the affinity diagram, which will be discussed momentarily. Both teams would also benefit from a meeting that is strictly about developing a group charter. This activity helps to establish norms and gain agreement on the team's purpose, methods, and desired outcomes. Both the grassroots safety team and the associate advisory team should be headed by a skilled human resource professional trained in employee engagement, group problem solving, conflict resolution, and brainstorming techniques. Team 26 has identified a consultant who is currently working with the grassroots safety teams at PG&E. Mr. Jim Earl of Bay Area Strategic Group is available to assist Saladinos if they are interested in implementing grassroots safety teams and can be contacted at the information below. Returning for a minute to the skilled facilitator, this role should be clearly defined with all team members. The facilitator would be responsible for leading all or a majority of the meeting, stimulating and encouraging participation, and demonstrating problem-solving and decision-making techniques. Other roles could also be assigned as appropriate, including but not limited to record keeper, meeting planner, and process observer. Each meeting should contain an agenda that is prepared and distributed with input from others in advance of the meeting. Ground rules should also be established, and each person should hold one another accountable for following the established guidelines. Participation and teamwork, along with disruptions, should be handled effectively, and decisions should be summarized along with clear action items given to each team member. Let's return to brainstorming techniques. A group's creativity is best fostered by thinking outside of the box, which can be aided by the use of fishbone and affinity diagrams. The fishbone diagram, also called the cause and effect model, allow teams to determine the root cause of a problem, identify possible variations of this problem, as well as identifying areas in which more information is needed. Examples of this diagram are given below. Affinity diagrams group ideas logically by recording all ideas, sorting them together based on team thoughts, naming each group, and discussing how they relate to each other. Once again, examples can be seen below. If these teams are seen as prestigious by other employees and the selection process is seen as fair and equitable, participation on these teams should be seen as a desirable benefit. Some suggestions for making the teams desirable are holding meetings during work hours, communicating the criteria by which team members are selected, limiting participation on the teams to a certain time frame, and rotating qualified employees through the teams. Providing a variety of incentives for teams who recommend and implement a business solution that improves results, as well as providing training on problem-solving techniques that employees can utilize to further their career goals can also be used to increase motivation. It should be noted that any culture change is a long-term commitment, often taking 5 to 7 years to fully see the results. Management needs to be fully committed to supporting these teams in order to see business results. By supporting and training both of these employee-led teams, the management at Saladino's show employees that their opinions do matter and they are valued, which is a powerful predictor of employee engagement. By continuing to use grassroots safety and associated advisory teams effectively, Saladino's can focus their efforts on other issues, mainly being an exemplary company for years to come. Thank you for your time.